So you literally can't make this stuff up. Gold bugs will sell 2 days before the FOMC meeting. They'll sell with gold testing this major support zone here at the 200-week moving average. They'll sell 50 plus days into a daily cycle. Just completely irrational moves that nobody in their right mind should make. I keep saying this. Don't lose the faith. We're close enough. It's just not possible to get the timing exactly right in the metals anymore. It's just too heavily manipulated. I think there's a decent chance that we got the bottom in gold last week. We're going to need to complete a weekly swing here, and we're going to have to hang on because there's going to be an attack on Wednesday when on the Fed announcement. But if we don't bottom, if we don't reverse that attack during the day, then I think we'll probably reverse it on Thursday. So we may have put in the bottom in gold right here, but I warned people. I've been warning people for a while now that you cannot trade miners. So once the banks started getting fined too much money for manipulating the actual gold market, they switched tactics and they started attacking the miners and to some extent silver. They can short the miners all they want and not violate any rules. So they attack the miners, and then usually what happens is eventually gold caves in and starts to follow the miners lower. So that's why I've been telling people for months and months and months, you just cannot trade the miners. That's where the cartel is focusing their suppression efforts, and it's a market that you're just going to get whipsawed to death. So if you want to have a small, my suggestion was to maybe have a 10% position in unleveraged mining stocks and just hang on until this RSI cycles back up to overbought, which it will at some point. It always does. And then that's where you sell. You'll probably make a little bit of money, which is better than what you're going to do by just getting whipsawed to death by the cartel trying to trade these things short term. I just don't think it's doable. Like I've said before, the cartel's going to win many battles, but they're not going to win the war. So the only way to survive the war and survive all the battles is with just long-term positions. Those are easiest to hold in physical. You're not going to panic on any of these moves in physical. And I would suggest, when you look at this chart, we're obviously still in a bull market, and we're in the handle part of this cup and handle pattern. So there's nothing here that suggests that gold is in a bear market, but it probably is in the declining phase of the 8-year cycle low. So we're due for a bounce here. My feeling is there's a slim possibility that this is the 8-year cycle low developing right here. Sentiment is definitely bearish enough that this could be the 8-year cycle low. But my feeling is that we're probably we're building just an insane amount of fuel for a rally here. I think it's possible that gold could, once this intermediate cycle really starts to get some upward momentum, we might test this level again, but I think we probably won't go through it, and we'll come back down and we'll get our really true final 8-year cycle low maybe in the spring of 2023, which I think is probably going to be a crash in everything. It's when the CRB is going to be due for its 3-year cycle low. I think the stock market may put in a slightly early 4-year cycle low during that period, and then that would very possibly be the 8-year cycle low in gold. But gold has definitely built the sentiment. It's stretched the intermediate cycle really long. People are doing stupid, irrational things, quitting, stopping out 2 days before the FOMC meeting. I mean, seriously, have a little common sense. So we're building the fuel here for a big rally. I don't, again, I don't think the miners are going to break out to new highs. I think, once the rally gets, the least little bit overbought, I think the cartel is going to start attacking again. So there's good potential in miners, but I think you're probably hoping in vain if you think they're going to break out to new highs anytime soon, and probably the same for gold. We could definitely come up and test this again, but I think the cartel is going to fight tooth and nail to keep gold from getting any kind of sustained move above 2,000. So, at that point, if once we get our rally, probably at 2,000, that's where you want to look to take profits, get back on the sidelines, because I think our 8-year cycle low is going to be coming in 2023, and we're going to have to go through all of this crap again, maybe even worse. But seriously, two days before the FOMC meeting is not the time to stop out. That's the obvious trigger event for this to maybe at least get some upward momentum. Like I said, it's very possible that we already put in the bottom last week, but we need to get some upward momentum and confirm it.